Did you know Joker almost didn't happen the way we know it today? Joaquin Phoenix originally didn't even want to play the character, but after a series of unexpected twists, what started as an idea for a low-budget film turned into one of the most iconic movies of 2019. Let's dive into how this groundbreaking movie came to life. Okay, we're gonna start with the birth of the idea of Joker. Back between 2014 and 2015, Joaquin Phoenix had a pretty interesting idea. He told his agent he wanted to do a low-budget movie focusing on a comic book villain, kind of like a character study. The idea was something along the lines of DC Comics' Joker. The funny thing is that Phoenix actually came up with this idea before Todd Phillips even thought about making Joker in 2016. But Phoenix didn't actually want to play the Joker at first. He had it in his mind that the character was just too iconic, too overdone. You can't do the Joker, he thought. It's been done already, right? He was thinking about all those big names before him, like Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger. So, despite his initial excitement, he ruled out the Joker and tried brainstorming other villains. His agent even suggested meeting with Warner Bros. To explore the idea, but Phoenix just he shrugged it off. Todd Phillips had a similar experience at the same time. He'd been offered a chance to direct comic book movies a few times, but kept turning them down. Why? Well, he thought they were just too noisy, with all the explosions and superpowers flying around, and it wasn't really his vibe. But Phillips had this itch to do something different. He wanted to ground a comic book film and to make it feel more real, like something you could actually believe. Then comes Joker. Phillips saw this as the perfect opportunity because, in his eyes, there really wasn't one definitive version of the Joker. Before, every actor brought something new to the character, which gave Phillips tons of creative freedom. He could make the Joker his own, and just like that, the idea was born. A Joker movie, but not the one anyone expected. Now, Joker went through several twists before it became the intense film we saw in 2019. Todd Phillips, the director, had a completely different career path before he took on Joker. He was mainly known for his comedies like The Hangover and Old School, but things took a turn after his movie War Dogs premiered in 2016. Phillips realized that War Dogs wasn't going to be a huge hit. So he started thinking about what kind of film would really grab people's attention. At the same time, making comedies was becoming more difficult. Social media criticism was at an all-time high, and Phillips felt like it was hard to make jokes without facing backlash from millions of people online. That's when the idea hit him. Instead of another comedy, why not do something completely unexpected? Why not make a comic book movie that turns the whole genre on its head? This was the start of Joker. Phillips pitched the idea to DC Films. He suggested instead of trying to compete with Marvel's big, connected universe, they should focus on smaller, standalone films, movies that didn't have to fit into a bigger story but could stand on their own. Of course, when Joker was first announced in 2017, there was a lot of excitement because Martin Scorsese was reported to be involved as a producer. Scorsese is known for his iconic films, so having his name attached to Joker caught everyone's attention. However, in the end, he decided not to join the project. His longtime collaborator Emma Tillinger-Koskov did stay on as a producer, though. Scorsese later explained why he didn't get involved. He said he thought about it for a while and knew the script really well, but he didn't have the time to fully commit to the movie. He also felt like the character of the Joker would eventually turn into something more abstract, a comic book figure rather than a grounded, real person. That didn't really fit with the kind of movies he usually makes, so he chose to step away. But things would have gotten even more messy behind the scenes of Joker, especially when Jared Leto, who portrayed the Joker in the DCEU, found out about the new project. Leto, who had already played the iconic villain in Suicide Squad, was expecting to have his own standalone Joker movie, so when Joker with Joaquin Phoenix was greenlit, Leto wasn't exactly thrilled. In fact, reports from The Hollywood Reporter say that Leto felt alienated and upset when he learned about the project. It's even said that he asked his music manager, Irving Azoff, to try and stop the movie from happening. Leto believed Warner Bros. Had promised him a Joker film, and the fact that Joker moved forward without him reportedly caused some friction. There are also claims that Leto was so unhappy with the situation that it contributed to his decision to leave Creative Artists Agency. He felt his agents should have told him about Todd Phillips' project earlier and fought harder for his version of the Joker. But there's another side to this story. Sources close to Leto deny that he tried to get the movie canceled or that the split with CAA was connected to the situation. Either way, Leto's reaction shows just how unexpected Joker was, even for someone who had already played the character. But did you know Warner Bros. Almost did not want Joaquin Phoenix as Joker either? They had a different idea for casting the Joker at first. They really wanted Leonardo DiCaprio to take on the role, hoping that his connection with Martin Scorsese, who was initially involved, would help bring him on board. But Todd Phillips had his mind set on Joaquin Phoenix from the beginning. He didn't even consider anyone else for the role. In fact, Phillips and Scott Silver wrote the script with Phoenix in mind. At first, Joaquin Phoenix wasn't really interested in taking on the role of the Joker. Todd Phillips recently shared how he had to work hard to get Phoenix on board. It wasn't an easy sell from the start. Phillips spent a lot of time with Phoenix discussing the vision for the movie and how it would look and feel. Over time, they got to know each other and talked more about the project. Something changed. And even then, Phoenix didn't officially agree to the role. Instead, one day, without saying much, he simply showed up at a wardrobe fitting. Now let's sidestep for a little bit and talk about the Justice League. That film didn't perform well at the box office or with critics. Warner Bros. Made some changes, and in January 2018, Walter Hamada took over as the head of DC-based film production, replacing John Berg. One of Hamada's tasks was to review all the DC films in development. He canceled some projects and pushed forward others. By this point, Joker was set to start filming in late 2018 with a modest budget of $55 million. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Warner Bros. Wasn't fully behind the idea of Joker at first. They gave it a small budget, hoping to discourage Todd Phillips from moving forward. Phillips himself mentioned that Hamada didn't really understand the direction he wanted to take the film. By June 2018, Robert De Niro was being considered for a supporting role. And after 4 months of Phillips persuading Joaquin Phoenix, the deal was finally made in July. With Phoenix officially on board, Warner Bros. Greenlit the film, titled it Joker, and set the release date for October 4th, 2019. Now, during the production of Joker, Todd Phillips frequently rewrote the script, making the process highly fluid. Actress Zazie Beetz shared that reshoots were challenging because Joaquin Phoenix had lost so much weight for his role, which made it difficult for him to maintain the physical transformation for extended periods. Phoenix's weight loss was critical for portraying the character's emaciated look, and rapid fluctuations in weight can pose serious health risks. Because of this, scenes were often written the night before in Phillips' trailer, with the cast memorizing their lines during hair and makeup before filming. Although they tried to avoid reshoots, there were instances where they revisited scenes weeks later, working around the restrictions imposed by Phoenix's physical state. Phillips also recalled that Phoenix would occasionally walk off set during filming to regain control of his emotions. This would confuse some of the other actors, who thought they had done something wrong. Interestingly, Robert De Niro was one of the few people Phoenix never walked out on, showing the respect and calm he brought to the set. Now I gotta talk about something very specific about the movie: the laugh. You see, Joaquin Phoenix spent months working on the distinct laugh that became a big part of Arthur Fleck's character in Joker. Joker. Instead of going for a typical villainous laugh, he wanted it to feel somewhat like a medical condition. This helped make the laugh more real and even unsettling. Phoenix studied videos of people with pathological laughter, a disorder that makes people laugh uncontrollably. By doing this, he created a laugh that showed how fragile Arthur's mind was. If Phoenix had gone with a different style or tone, it would have completely changed how the audience connected with his character. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, producer Emma Tillinger-Koskoff shared that the stair dance scene was the hardest to film, mainly because of the paparazzi. Since there weren't strict rules against them in New York City, they kept interrupting the shoot, making everything more stressful. Originally, the stairs from the movie American Gangster 2007 in the South Bronx were going to be used for the scene, but those stairs had been fixed up and looked too nice for the gritty feel of Joker, so they had to find another location. The team also wanted to shoot the movie on 65mm film to achieve a higher quality look, similar to that of 70mm, while reducing the overall cost. However, Warner Bros. Said no because it was still too expensive. Instead, the movie was filmed using digital cameras. Even so, Warner Bros. Later gave Joker a limited release in theaters with converted 70mm and 35mm formats. The Joker movie we saw in theaters went through several changes during production. Originally, it had a different vision. For instance, one scene that was cut from Joker showed Sophie watching Arthur's appearance on Murray Franklin's show. This was meant to confirm that she was still alive, since the film otherwise hints that Arthur might have killed her. But Todd Phillips decided to remove the scene because it would break the flow of the story, which is told from Arthur's point of view. Another deleted scene involved Arthur confessing his crimes to a co-worker. This scene was also left out because it revealed too much and gave away more information than Phillips wanted through dialogue. These cuts helped maintain the mystery and tension in the movie. Now I gotta talk about Arthur's costumes in Joker. They went through some changes from the original plan too. At first, his look was supposed to be more basic. The script called for a terracotta-colored suit when Arthur became the Joker, but as the production progressed, costume designer Mark Bridges felt that terracotta wasn't expressive enough for the intensity of the character. So, they switched it to a bold red suit, which gave the Joker a much stronger presence and more emotion. His clown makeup also evolved. The original idea was to go with a more classic, lighthearted look, but as the character's tone became darker, the design shifted to something more menacing, with darker colors and sharp, angry eyebrows. The makeup had to be unique, because there are actual real-life copyright laws in place to prevent clowns from stealing another clown's look, so the team was forced to get creative. And that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe for more behind-the-scenes movie content. Stay tuned for more exciting insights and untold stories. We'll see you in the next one.